The Chosen, Season 5. I was at the world premiere of the first 2 episodes. I was on the black carpet. It wasn't a teal carpet this year, it was black. And I was able to talk to Dallas. I was able to talk to Jonathan. I was able to talk to the writers, Ryan and Tyler. It was so awesome. Brandon Snipe was there. David Tate, Brandon Robbins. All of my favorite Chosen people were there. Everyone who I hope to see. Sean Chandler talked about, who I'm a fan of his channel as well. There's so many cool surprises. Easton Simpson, the mumbling guy. I watch his videos all the time. Oh, it was so fun. There was so many cool people, and I just am so grateful to be there, amongst these amazing and super talented people. But I was there. I was able to see the first 2 episodes. Yes. And I mean, yeah, if you couldn't tell from the trailers or from, all the stuff we've seen in season 5 so far, these are by far probably the worst episodes of the show. They really dropped the ball on this one. I mean, season 5 is just I can't believe how a show like I can't even say it seriously. I want to be invited next year, so I can't. Of course, it was awesome. Are you kidding me? What else do you think I was gonna say? I'm really stoked to be witnessing such a renaissance of Christian entertainment. The Chosen is paving the way for that. They really know how to make a quality show. This season is bigger in many different ways. This is 25% of the season because it's the first 2 episodes out of 8. So 1/4 of the way through, and this season is just it's huge. It's massive. The scope and the size of it is just, I mean, they upped everything. The camera lenses, anamorphic camera lenses. I am really excited about that. There's some beautiful scenes in here. I mean, there's always been beautiful scenes in Chosen, but they look so good in this season, in season 5, and it's just, as a nerdy observer of film and a film lover, to see the Chosen, stand toe to toe with these other productions is just incredible. It almost looks like a different show from season 1, just in how the quality has grown so much. But I think that's a good thing, and I think it's cool to watch the show kind of find its way. If you're expecting it to be as good as continuing what we love about the first 4 seasons, then you're going to get that, because it does very much continue exactly what we love to see. Every time I see this show, I talk about it so much that some of it becomes work, and it's like, oh, I got to talk about the episodes. I got to get a video out about them. But every time I'm sitting down and watching the show, I mean, it's really just nothing compares to it. I'm just reminded, oh yeah, this is legitimately such a great show, and I just love every second that I get to see of it. So season 5 is just, I think these are 2 of the strongest episodes of the whole show so far. I am not qualified to criticize, okay? I know that Brandon Snipe and David Tate, they like to pick out things, and for me, it's like, I don't criticize stuff like this because it's like a biopic, right? It's like you criticizing, like, why did Elton John write the Rocket Man? I don't know. I don't like how he did that in the movie. Like, that's what it's what happened. That's the events. So, like, any kind of criticism would be like kind of nitpicking, and I have tried to abstain myself of pretentiousness and nitpicking, so I don't know if I'm really qualified to give any major criticisms other than what would be nitpicking, so I won't be doing that. I'm mostly just going to speak positive, because there's a lot of positive to talk about. From the camera work, which I already mentioned, was awesome. The music is super cool. The Triumphal Entry, I was like, I was just really geeking out about the music. I talked to the composer after the episodes were over. I was like, dude, the Triumphal Entry, it was amazing. It was super cool. It's kind of like the Feeding the 5,000 scene, if you remember the music from that. I was really geeking out about that. I was like, what? Electric guitar and drums? And it's like, yeah, so it's that. By the way, no spoilers, of course. I'm not going to share anything that would ruin the episodes for you, but I can maybe help set your expectations. You probably want some tissues, because there are some emotional scenes. I was too tired to cry from standing all day talking to actors and directors on the carpet, so I was not in the place where I was prepared to cry. But there's some very emotional parts here. The performances from everybody are great. I mean, now we've set in our groove. We know our thing. Everybody knows each other. Everybody knows the schedule. Everybody knows the routine. So everybody's doing great. All the performances, top notch, especially Jonathan. Jonathan really shines, I think, in these 2 episodes. He's great. He's just a world-class actor, and I mean, he's just incredible. Watching him is just like, my mind is blown by how a human could prepare something like that. But the writing is really awesome this season. In these first 2 episodes, there's a lot of Bible moments. There's a lot of moments pulled directly from Scripture. There's a lot of moments that are monologues pulled directly from Scripture. Something that I was kind of hoping to see, or something that The Chosen gets criticized for, is that Jesus is not divine enough, or he's too human, or yeah, they soften him down. And you really see God's righteous anger here in these first two episodes. The turning of the tables, not a spoilers in these first two episodes. You're going to see that when you go to the theater. Jesus turning over the tables in the temple, which is such a moment from the Bible that's such a pivotal point where it really shows the power of Jesus and that he is the Son of God. And that scene is so well done in the show. I was just it was great. All of the things in these episodes are great. I will say I was surprised by how these episodes start. If you're wondering what the cold open is going to be, like at the very beginning of the episode, there's some really cool things that they just something really cool with the beginning of the episodes. I will say that. So if you're expecting, just go in like immediately expecting as soon as the episodes start. It's surprising. It surprised me. It took me off guard, and I think it's something. I don't. My dad didn't really like it. He didn't love what they did with the intros to the episodes, but I thought it was really cool, and it's definitely something that I mean, it always baffles me how these people they take these moments from Scripture, and it's like a linear story. These events happen in this order, and to take it and to put it into this cinematic format where me as a Christian, I'm watching it and I'm like, wow, this really resonates with me because they're talking about things that I believe in, and I'm always kind of wondering, like, I wonder if this has the same effect on someone who maybe wouldn't believe. As they're watching, when they're talking about these pivotal worldview things, I'm wondering, I'm like, is this as interesting? Would this be interesting to someone who's not Christian? And from all of the non-believers who do watch the show and say they love it, obviously that's something that's true, but I always wonder about that, especially in these scenes where they're just talking. Like, there's a lot of scenes characters just talking about things, and I'm like, I wonder if this is, as interesting to someone else who maybe isn't a Christian as it is to me. And I think that shows, and really, what has made it such a big deal and made it so awesome is that it takes liberties creatively that put it in this television format and then make it a work of art that is so high quality and like creative, to where you are dealing with something that is a historical fiction. It's relating to events that actually did occur, as we as believers who believe the Bible believe that these events really happened, and then taking them and putting them on the screen in a way that translates to the screen in an interesting way. It's in a way that anyone who's watching it can go, wow, that's cool, and I'm engaged and I'm interested, and it keeps you entertained, because that's the job as a TV show. Is it's not just to preach at you, have Jesus talk, and just have the camera in one place and just film Jesus talking. No, there's lots of interesting ways that the camera captures events, and in a lot of movies, the camera is its own character, and especially in season 5, it definitely captures things in an interesting way in the way we're viewing things. There's some more cool visuals, more representations of things to come, and more moments that are filmed in a way that's super creative, and the colors and it's just great. I was so impressed. I was like, wow, this is just, I can't believe I'm here for this. I can't believe I get to see it. And the episodes are both like an hour, I think. So prepare for that. It's like 2 hours. You probably know the runtime. It's everything that you were hoping for, I think. There is a focus, I will say this, on John in these first 2 episodes. I think that's going to continue throughout the season. I predict that there's going to be a lot more focus on John. Brandon Robbins, who was standing next to me on the black carpet, he was talking to Jonathan Rumi, and Jonathan Rumi said, before you watch this season, you're going to want to read the Gospel of John. And I think that he was telling me that he's going to show that in his video probably, so go watch his video, please. I don't know if I just spoiled it or something, but that's so true. There's more focus on John. I will say that. Yeah. And I was kind of predicting that just from watching the trailers. We see some stuff with John. I was going to say that I didn't do a video about it until and I'm never going to do it, but I was going to do a video about it, thinking that John is going to have more of a focus in this season. It looks like, especially from what we've seen in the Last Supper, where John is like looking more scared than the rest of the disciples. I was going to say like, oh, maybe he, gets more of an inkling as to what's happening than the rest of them. And I will say that these episodes are going in that direction. Yeah. I will say we get more of the Watcher in these first 2 episodes. That's not a spoiler, but just something to look forward to, because Dallas said that we're going to see the Watcher's identity revealed this season. So yes, the Watcher is still present. We're very much continuing the things from season 4, and we're very much continuing plot lines from season 4 that were left hanging. So it's definitely, with Thomas and Hophni and, all of these things that are happening, they're still happening. And it's really great because it's such a big ensemble cast, like even bigger than like something like Stranger Things, has multiple characters and they're all off on their different missions, doing their different things and storylines. Even the Stranger Things, there's a lot to keep up with. And here we got 12 main characters and a big ensemble cast of added in characters. and they're all together, and it's a lot to keep up with. But each character gets their time to shine. They get their own plot line, and it's really cool to see. I am so impressed with the writing. Ryan and Tyler and Dallas are geniuses. Like I just every time I talk to Ryan Swanson, I'm just blown away because he's such a genius. He's such a creative artist, and all three of them are just amazing. I loved those guys. They're just amazing. And this season is just, it's so good. It's not going to disappoint you. They're probably some of my favorite episodes of the show. I'm just here to give you hype and excitement because, I'm not a qualified expert on this stuff. I'm not like David or Brandon or either Brandon where they're, have training in this kind of thing and studied and researched this stuff. I don't know anything about this stuff. I'm learning it just like you guys. So I'm like, just as a film nerd, like I'm so obsessed with film and media and television. So from that aspect, it's so creatively amazing. And everything that they're doing is something that is intentional, or everything feels intentional, right? Nothing feels like, whoops, that was a mistake. They should have left that out. Like everything feels like it's going somewhere, and it still very much feels like that in season 5. So to criticize what they're doing is to criticize like their intention and like to be like, I know better than them, and they shouldn't do that. So I won't do that. Because I really don't have any criticisms. I wish they were longer, and I wish I got to see more of the season. That's my criticism. It was all amazing. I think the show is really it's grown. Season 1 was amazing, and now to season 5, it's so much more amazing. It's just like what the show is doing is so creatively, artistically, spiritually. It's all awesome. It's all amazing, and these 2 episodes really are just incredible. I'm repeating myself at this point because all I can say is just, wow, it's so great. So am I sold out? No, I think this is genuinely what I think of. I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be at the teal carpet or the black carpet or whatever color it is, or doing this, talking about this on my YouTube channel if I didn't really believe it, because I really do believe that this show is incredible. It's so awesome, and it's leading the charge in a new wave of Christian media with House of David. Martin Ford was there. Goliath from House of David, got to take a picture with him. He was sat in front of me in the theater, actually. I was watching behind him. I recognized him because of his tattooed bald head, and also because he's a massive human. I'm kind of short. I'm like 1 inch below average. Keeps me up at night for at least 30 minutes that I'm that short. But he's huge. Not even me being short. He's just a massive human being. He towered over everyone at the carpet. So it was cool. It was awesome. It was great. I love the episodes. I'm rambling. I don't know what to say anymore. So there you go. There's my thoughts on it. I just thought it was great. You knew I was going to say that probably, but really exciting. I hope you get to check it out. Please go check it out in theaters March 28th. The teal carpet was awesome. I'm going to be posting more videos from there. My interviews, they're not already good. They'll be out soon. Make sure to check them out wherever they are. I will see you guys in my next video. Binge Jesus.